In the heart of rural Mississippi, in a village so small it barely showed up on the map, lived a boy named Jake Thompson. Born to a struggling single mother who worked 2 jobs just to keep the lights on, Jake grew up in a home where dreams were a luxury they couldn't afford. Their tiny wooden house sat at the edge of a dirt road, surrounded by fields and silence. There was no Wi-Fi, no cable television, just the hum of cicadas and the occasional rumble of an old pickup truck. But even as a child, Jake had something special. Not money, not connections, but a fire, a belief that he could be more. Jake was a curious child. He borrowed old books from the school library, books on science, business, anything he could get his hands on. He studied by candlelight when the power went out, which was often. He helped his mom at the diner after school, washing dishes until his fingers wrinkled. But he never complained. He knew this was just the beginning. High school wasn't easy. Jake wore the same pair of shoes for 3 years. He was often laughed at for his worn-out clothes and his big dreams, but he stayed focused. He got good grades, played football, and earned a partial scholarship to a state university. College was a different world, fast, loud, expensive. Jake worked nights cleaning dorm buildings and spent his days attending business classes. There were times he slept on library floors just to save bus fare. But slowly, he began to stand out. His professors noticed his dedication. One of them, a retired entrepreneur named Mr. Callahan, took him under his wing. Mr. Callahan taught Jake not just about business, but about life, about persistence, about character, and about risk. After college, while his friends looked for stable jobs, Jake decided to take a leap. He moved to Atlanta with nothing but a duffel bag, a laptop, and an idea, a mobile platform to help small-town businesses sell their products online. No investors, no backup plan, just grit. It failed, miserably. He slept in his car for 2 months, showered at gyms, and lived on dollar meals. But he didn't give up. He studied what went wrong, reworked the platform, and tried again. This time, with better planning and a small loan from a local startup grant. Within a year, the app gained traction. Local businesses from towns like his began joining. Then regional stores. Then national attention. Jake's company, Hometown Connect, became a symbol not just of tech innovation, but of heartland resilience. By the age of 30, Jake was a millionaire. But he didn't forget where he came from. He returned to his village, paved the roads, built a new school, created scholarships, and even started a mentorship program for kids like him. His mother retired in the very house they used to dream in. Jake Thompson's story isn't about overnight success. It's about the climb, the setbacks, the nights spent wondering if it was all worth it. And, in the end, it was. Because he didn't just change his own life, he changed hundreds of others, and proved that sometimes the smallest towns produce the biggest dreams.